Good evening and welcome to the show. It is the Alumni Showcase of the Redeemers University. My name is Femi Belus. It is good to see you here once again. This is the edition for the month of March. We sincerely apologize for the technical issues that we had earlier. My co-host today will be Bella Rosa Koje. We're hoping that she will be able to join us very, very soon. But we have two interesting guests today. We are spotlighting the two of the best graduate students that Redeemers University has ever produced. And guess what? They are female. Yes, the female folks doing wonders among grown alumni, doing wonders here at Redeemers University. We have two beautiful, distinguished ladies this evening. The first of them is Ifeoluwa Bejide, and the second person is Neenma Ebeledike. When we come back from this break, you will be getting to meet them. You hear their stories, how they achieved their feats. Of course, I'm sure some of us are even wondering, what was their CGPA when they graduated? You get to hear some of these things. How did they cope through school? Their favorite moments from Redeemers University. What is it that they are doing now? How are they also inspiring the younger generation? And so much more. It is a loaded package tonight, and I can assure you that it will be worth your while. So please sit back, relax, grab a bowl of popcorn, grab some juice, grab a bottle of water, whatever it is that works for you. Just get it beside you because you don't want to miss anything. And for every Redeemers University alumnus watching this right now, please go on your class groups. Let them know that the show has started. The show has started. Yes, we are live on YouTube, Redeemers University Alumni Association channel, and we're also on Instagram as well. So you want to watch us on Instagram, you want to watch us on YouTube. Of course, the internet is yours for the taking. When we come back, you get to meet these two beautiful ladies.
For scholarship, mentorship, and friendship that guarantees the net worth of your network and increases your employability, enroll at Redeemers University. Be equipped with intra and entrepreneurial skills while activating your leadership potential under world-class mentors and scholars. We are currently offering admission to over 45 fully accredited programs in the faculties of engineering, law, basic medical sciences, management sciences, social sciences, natural sciences, environmental sciences, and humanities. For inquiries, visit adms.ron.edu.ng or call 0700 700 8000 or 0807 300 4715. Scholarships are available. Join us today at Redeemers University as we run with a vision.
Welcome back, guys. Of course, join us at Redeemers University. Okay, all right. So now to the guests for today. Drum roll. We have. Hi, Ife. How are you this evening?
Hi, I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm very, very well, thank you. Oh my goodness, you're looking good.
Thank
Wow. Hmm.
thank you, thank you, thank
So there's this impression that fresh graduating students, they look like nerds, they look like
you.
brainiacs. I mean, they
That's
don't
so
they don't fix weaves and they don't make braids. They don't
wow.
look as beautiful as you're looking tonight. How are you
Yes,
doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you so much. It's nice being here.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yes, it's good to have you. All right. Nima Ebeledike, are you around? Can we see your face?
Hi.
Hi Nima, how are you this evening? Hello Nima, can you hear us? Okay, all right. Since we lost Nima there for a second, but once she's back, we'll be taking her. Yeah. So, Ife, how are you doing? How is life?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm very well, I believe. Thank God.
That's good. So, you graduated what year?
In 2017, 2017, yeah.
2017.
Mhm.
And you were the best graduating student. What was your CGPA? Tell me. What is your CGPA?
4.93. Yeah, 4.93.
4.93. Whoa. So, so you just had like 0. My math is bad.
One,
Please help me out. 0 point something seven for you to have a
zero,
five
0.7.
pointer.
Yes,
So
which is
how did
actually
it feel at the time? How did it feel? Oh, okay. Nima is here. Hi, Nima. How are you? Okay, we'll just go on until we can hear clearly from Nima Ebeledike. She was the best graduating student for 20 years. Okay, so if tell us, going through school, when you started school, did you start with an aim, with a goal of being the best graduating student?
yes, yes. I wouldn't even
Hmm.
try to say keep by mistake. No, it didn't come by mistake because even before I entered the school, that was what I wanted to get. So it was like a set goal for me. It was not as if I stumbled on it. It was something I wanted to have before I, entered Redeemers University. So it was a set goal for me to achieve. So when I got it, it was like a dream come true. It was like all my hard work and efforts, didn't go in vain. So yes, I had it planned from beginning.
Hmm. Okay, so it was a set goal beginning. What was the
Yeah.
motivating factor for setting that goal?
Um, you don't want to believe it, but I would say money. That was the first factor. Money. Do you know why? Because um, I think sometimes in 2008 or
Hmm.
so, or 2009, the very first graduation, your own graduation, you said, I was actually present. I was still in secondary school then, and I was staying with one of
Yeah.
my family friends, a professor in Redeemers University. So it took me along as a child, oh,
Hmm.
follow me to this event. So I followed him to the event, and this lady then, Sean Peters, was being called repeatedly, like this sum of money, this sum of money, this sum of money. So when I got home, I was like, see how much this lady want today, oh, like no, me, I'm going to collect this money. Oh. But then I was just a child, so my reason was because of money. It was after I entered,
Hmm.
school that I knew that okay, there's more to actually being a best graduate student aside the money. Because I felt like the money could actually help me coming from the type of background I came from. So I felt like that money was huge at that moment, at that time. I was like, oh, if I could win this money, then man, my money, my family, oh, but the money is not even compared to like the satisfaction, the fulfillment that comes with it. But yeah, so that was the motivation that I got that drove me into, you know, thinking of being a very greatest student before it changed to better reasons. But then that was the first motivation.
That was the first motivation. Money, money, money.
Honestly,
Okay.
honestly,
I never knew that money could inspire and motivate one to do well academically. I just learned a new one. But then, as a very young girl in the secondary school, a professor took you to an event that would have served as fanfare, with all its celebratory moods and all of that for other people. But for you, that event sparked something in you. For you, that event ignited a fire that has taken you to where you are today. I mean, that is a big and very serious lesson that we all, I think, that we can learn. And I mean, 8 years after, you end up becoming the best graduating student. You end up achieving that aim, that goal, that you desired. Wow. It's good. It's good. Well done. money should inspire us.
It should. It should.
Person. I think I need to tell my pastor tomorrow. Maybe let's have another preaching on money.
Okay, you should do that. You should
All
do
right.
that.
So I mean, so like how much did you get? There's like how much? Uh, oh, okay, I'll do that. So like how much did you get? I mean, can we even quantify? So your first year, that means you were like top of your faculty or something.
Yeah, I had a 5 points. Immediately I entered Redeem as my first semester, the 100 level first semester. So I started really well. So it was more of like before I knew it, people were like, "Oh, who is that
I'm sorry,
person? Who is
I
Bejide?"
didn't get that. I said like so like around how much would you say you got in your first year since money was the motivating factor?
Okay, around how much would you say I got in the first year? I don't understand the question.
Yes. Hmm.
The first year they don't give money in the first year now. It's not until the end. Or did you mean the
What
scholarship?
were you given? Oh, okay. So you were given a scholarship, right?
You know, 100 level would determine if you would be on a scholarship or not. So when I entered 100 level
Okay.
first semester, I had a 5.0. Then
5.0. Okay.
yes, first semester. Then second semester 100 level, I think I had a 4 point. That was when I dropped. That was when my CGPA dropped, unfortunately, and I couldn't make up for it as before the 4 years ended. I think I dropped to like 4.96 or so. So if I remember correctly, so it was after then the scholars meeting or scholars event. I was now told that okay, you know what, you've qualified as a scholar of Redeemers University. You have the highest CGPA in your faculty, and then
Okay.
that was when I was given this gold scholarship that covers tuition for 200 level. Provided you maintain it, you would keep getting the scholarship. So throughout my stay in Redeemers, I was on that scholarship, 200 level, 300 level, 400 level for tuition free scholarship. So I was paying other little fees, but the tuition was free because I was still on the gold scholarship.
Maybe let's say maybe around 4 million. That's what you got, across the
Really?
4 year period. Am I right if I say so?
No, now. Abba, it's not up to 4 million. No, it's yeah, Abba. It's not like that. Come on. I didn't get that. So I didn't get that. But at the end
Oh,
of at the end of the whole
but I mean, but you still got something. I mean, something that saw you through school.
of course, but the money wasn't paid to us. It was like you would just be told that okay, your tuition has been paid, just pay the rest of this fees. So of course, it was really, really nice for my family because it lifted a huge burden off, of the family. So yes, but not like it was up to 4 million. No,
You're just feeling the other person is trying to pay theirs. Oh, okay. All right, good. So we really need to know. I don't know. Nima is she's having technical issues, but we really need
Oh,
to know. The viewers need to know. So, what were the other things that you got? You mentioned that you were inspired by the first best graduating student, Sean Peters. Receiving several awards. This amount, that amount. So,
yeah.
what was the sum total of the amounts that you received as your own convocation?
Ah, I actually can't
Did
remember
you
the
get my
sum,
question? Okay.
but I can't remember the total sum because when I eventually got it, like I said, it was later not about the money. So I even can't remember the total, but I know that it wasn't up to 500. I don't think it was even up to 400. I don't think it was up to that. I think
Okay.
it was maybe 250 or
Three
300.
something.
250 or 300.
Maybe
It's what,
three.
yeah, so it's not safe. So when the money came in, I was like, oh, so this was the money I was
Mm.
dying for that year. But then it was just,
Mm.
so it's not about the money. I later figured out that it wasn't about the money,
Mm.
but about, the fulfillment, the achievement,
Yeah.
you know, the fact that I actually did something. It wasn't about the money
Okay.
anymore. So yeah, it wasn't that much.
Mm. Oh, okay. All right. Great. So, if the money wasn't up to that amount, what did you use the money for?
Okay, very good question. Very valid question. So I know this might sound crazy, but I split the money into different things. Anyways, I used it to do some
Okay.
personal things. I got my laptop after school from the money because I needed to change my laptop for a long time. I
Hmm.
managed my laptop throughout school. In fact, I had to borrow one of my friend's laptop while doing my project back then. My very good friend Tani,
Okay.
she used to borrow me a laptop
Hmm.
once in a while. So after school, I just figured out, you know what, I've gotten this money, so why not just invest
Hmm.
into something? So I'm still using that laptop till date. The money I used to buy that at the money from the convocation, I used it to buy a laptop, and that's what I'm still using till now. I also got a ring light for my business. I got a ring light for my business. A ring light was very expensive back then, very very expensive. So I did that, and I did use the money to do some other things. Yeah,
Okay. All right. So you got a ring light, you got a laptop, and use it for some other things, but you don't want to tell us.
of course,
Okay,
because
Chad. I hope you paid your tithe. I hope you paid your tithe. Hmm.
of course, I'm a child of God. First things first. Yes, I paid my time. Mm.
Oh, okay. So, wow. There's still a lot that we need to talk about. But then, while in school, what were the things that
Yeah.
you did that helped you, stay true to your aim, to your ambition of becoming the best practicing student?
Um, I would say the things I did probably you can say that they were I don't know how to put it, but they were driven by other motivation factors. Okay, so things I did was to like number one to ensure that I don't fall off track. I'm not the kind of when I was in school, I wouldn't say I wasn't social. Of course, like a lot of people know that I'm actually being I'm very very friendly, and things like that. But then while in school, I didn't have that luxury of time to be exploring because I feel like you can always explore after school. So I just stuck to my normal routine: classroom, my room, and classroom, my room. I didn't have time to do other things. So sometimes if I didn't do other things, I go for theater art shows, I go for like musical shows, but they weren't like really there. So what I did was that I made sure that I was remembering why I was in school because aside the money motivation factor, I also have to remember that my mom is a driving force, a very big driving force. So I always remember, okay, this is what my mom would want. This is what I would also want. So I made sure I stuck to that, set my time, you know, don't do things that are not that important. You can always do these things later on. So I made sure I attended all my classes. I wasn't missing classes. I wrote my tests, and every day I try to remember why I started. Another thing that I would say made me continue on this journey would be the fact that my
Hmm.
it wasn't really expanded to come to Redeemers. My coming to Redeemers was not really deliberate. My coming to Redeemers University wasn't really deliberate. In fact, I had applied to OAU. So it was OAU I was supposed to go to, but they were on strike for a long time around that period.
Hmm.
And I also didn't have Redeemer University school fees. My parents did not have that. My mom did not have that. So, even if with the fact that I wanted to be a
Hmm.
best graduate student since several years back, it was like as if it was not going to come to reality. So as if it was going to come to reality because where would I get the fees for Redeemer University? Even if I would get scholarship from 200 level to 400 level, how would I pay the first year school fees? So I had to remember that someone stood up
Hmm.
for me back then. The
Okay.
former of Redeemer University, the Mrs.
Okay.
Warizo. She didn't know me. She didn't know anything. She just heard that I was a best graduating student in my
Hmm.
secondary school as well. So she heard that after I finished SS3, she heard that, oh, I finished as best graduating student in my secondary school. And then she volunteered to say, oh, she told my mom that this girl should not stay at home waiting for OAU to resume. You know
Hmm.
what? I would pay 100 level school fees.
Yeah.
And she paid, like, that was how I entered Redeemer
Hmm.
University, honestly. Because if she didn't pay that school fees, I'm telling you, I don't think I would have entered Redeemers University, because where I won't get the money, where my mama won't get them at that time, you understand? So anytime I try to remember, I remember
Okay.
that someone paid my foundational school fees, like my 100 level school fees. And I don't want to come
Oh.
outside and be ashamed to someone that's like I won't be even be here if this woman didn't pay. So all those things were like factors. I didn't want someone to be like, oh, after sponsoring her, she didn't to come out well. So I had a lot of things I
Hmm.
had to put in place to make sure that I was that best graduating student. A lot of driving forces actually. So
Hmm.
I can't say I can list them out, but those were the reasons that made me,
Hmm. Hmm.
stick to the plan that I was going to be a best graduating student.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Didn't pay. Yeah. Motivating factors.
Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. All right. Well, I think many thanks. Many thanks to Mrs. Varisa, wherever in the world she is
Yeah.
right now. Thank
Wherever
you.
she.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Ma, for giving us this gift, for making sure that, I mean, this vision, this destiny called Ifeoluwa Bejide didn't die. Thank you so much for giving her an opportunity of
Yes.
having the best education that anyone can have in Nigeria, in Africa, and in the world. Okay, all right. You said something. You said classroom, hostel, classroom, hostel, classroom, hostel. Okay,
Hmm.
anyway, but you spiced it up with a little theater arts performances that you would go and attend and watch. That's fine. Oh, well, so we have some of your so bad pictures. Are you ready for that?
Hey. Ah.
Are you ready to see what you looked like before and what you
Hmm.
look like? Okay, all right. So, all right. So, we'll be taking some throwback pictures of Ifeoluwa Bejide, best graduating student 2017. Hmm. So, we get to see some of the things that you looked like before. And yes, you mentioned your mom, of course. Big shout out to mommy,
Yeah, big shout
wherever mommy
out to
is. Big shout out
me.
to her. I mean, for being a big motivating factor
Yes,
for
definitely.
Ife, of course. Great shout out to her. Hi, mommy, you did well. Yeah. Ife, you can just say, I made mama proud. Yeah. So Ife, just say that after me, say, I made mama proud.
I made mama proud. Yes.
Hmm. Okay, this is Neenma. We have some of Neenma's pictures. We want to see first pictures, actually. Yes. See if I looking like Sister Ife.
Now you sabi oh.
If are you able to see them
Yes,
pictures?
yes, yes, yes.
Hmm. I noticed
Yeah.
and you have lovely wigs. I mean, we'll come back to those. wigs and braids. I noticed. Are you into the hair business?
No, I'm not.
Ife?
I'm not. No, I'm not.
Just
Not.
tell me yes or no. Are you into hair business?
No, I'm not into hair business. I'm not.
What did you say? I didn't get that. Please.
Fast track your academic journey and build a foundation that guarantees success throughout your stay in the university through the JUPEP Foundation Program. Improve your employability through our work-study part-time programs that suit your schedule while providing world-class educational opportunities. You can convert your diploma into a degree and you will receive the prestigious internationally recognized degree certificate from Redeemers University, which guarantees employability. For JUPEP, part-time and conversion programs that set the foundation for the transformation you desire, visit dest.ron.edu.ng. Email info.dest@ron.edu.ng or call 0806 059 3785. Redeemers University, running with the vision.
All right, so we're going on a break right now. When we come back, we hope to have Neenma and Ebeledike on the show. We hope to have Neenma when we come back. So please, guys, you can refill, your drinks, refill, those pieces of chicken and meatballs that you're munching on, because we will be right back and we'll be having Neenma, the hair lady, on the show.
Fast track your academic journey and build a foundation that guarantees success throughout your stay in the university through the JUPEP Foundation Program. Improve your employability through our work-study part-time programs that suit your schedule while providing world-class educational opportunities. You can convert your diploma into a degree and you will receive the prestigious internationally recognized degree certificate from Redeemers University, which guarantees employability. For JUPEP, part-time and conversion programs that set the foundation for the transformation you desire, visit dest.ron.edu.ng. Email info.dest@ron.edu.ng or call 0806 059 3785. Redeemers University, running with the vision.
For scholarship, mentorship, and friendship that guarantees the net worth of your network and increases your employability, enroll at Redeemers University. Be equipped with intra and entrepreneurial skills while activating your leadership potential under world-class mentors and scholars. We are currently offering admission to over 45 fully accredited programs in the faculties of engineering, law, basic medical sciences, management sciences, sciences, social sciences, natural sciences, environmental sciences, and humanities. For inquiries, visit adms.ron.edu.ng or call 0700 700 8000 or 0807 300 4715. Scholarships are available. Join us today at Redeemers University as we run with a vision.
Twenty 2017. She graduated with a CGPA of 4.93. Oh my goodness. She told us a lot about herself. She told us the motivating factors, how being present uh, 2017. We don't take it for granted at all. We say thank you very much for staying by. All right. We'll go back to Ife tonight and we'll talk more about her career, about the things that she's doing. Hi, Ife. Are you back?
I'm here. Yes, I'm here.
Awesome. So, tell us, what do you do presently?
What am I doing presently?
Yeah.
So I'm into my business. I run various businesses. I'm also into I'm a scientist, right? So I didn't leave that. Science is my first love. So yes, I'm still working as every day trying to research for that. So you can call me a researcher, okay, and business owner, okay. So yeah.
Okay. Good. A
Mhm.
business person, a researcher. What kind of business do you do?
So a lot. So you can refer to me as a serial entrepreneur. A lot. I have a clothing business. I have a line where I sell shoes, bags, jewelries, whatever it is a lady needs to wear. And
Hmm.
recently I started selling it a couple of guys stuff as well. Okay.
Okay.
I also have another business on the other side that has to do with fashion designing, has to do with sewing for females and for guys as well. Okay, so if you know anybody that wants to sew clothes for a guy, or even you yourself, you want to sew, just hola me, don't me. Okay, so
Oh,
I'm. This is a pitch right here. Ignore me. This is a live. I've challenged you to that. So you must tell me when you need to do that. Okay, so I'm also a business coach as well. I'm also a trainer, so I train a lot of entrepreneurs out there on various skills, more like uh, digital skills, mobile graphics design, video editing, um, content writing. So yes, I'm also a content writer by the side also. Anyways, it's
Jay,
like so. Yeah.
hold on. I'm not understanding anymore. I'm not from fashion to business to now. You are saying content writer is here. Are you not
Yes,
certified? Please go and stay in your lab. Leave content writing to people like that now.
your rabbi used to say on a waja. So I beg go. Let me do what I can do now that I'm still in my in my youth. So yes.
Okay. All right.
Hmm.
Great. Well, you talked about being a researcher, and now I understand that Redeemers University has this thing where the first graduating student is given an automatic employment after graduation.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm listening to you.
Okay, so I said I understand that there's this thing that Redeemers University has where the
Mhm.
best practicing student is given automatic employment after
Yes,
graduation.
that's
Oh,
right.
so did you take up that offer
Yes, 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 I did.
or you did? Oh, so that means you currently work at the university.
Yes, I am currently working there.
Oh, great, great. So how has it been working there?
Well,
And what is it? What exactly is it that you do? Just tell us about the entire offer, the package. Tell us about it.
I didn't get that.
No, I said you should tell us about the package for best graduating students when they graduate from Redeemers University.
Oh, okay.
You
I think it differs by year. I think what someone would get in a particular year might be different from what the next person might get. It might be quite high. I think it's getting better by the day. So I but one thing that is constant is if you want to work with Redeemers University, the floor is open for you, automatic employment. So that's the only thing I can say that is constant when you finish as a best graduating student in Redeemers University. So at least you know that okay, there's a job waiting for you if you so wish to take up the offer. So it's not like it's a compulsory thing to do. You can reject the offer or you can take up the offer. Also, I remember that during my time, I was given this postgraduate scholarship. So the best graduate student offer came with postgraduate scholarship, which means that
wow.
my masters, because I finished my masters recently with Redeemers University. Um,
Okay.
so I didn't pay tuition fee
For
for
your
the
master
masters. Yes,
and for
because
free.
that was one of the reasons why I actually did come back, because the masters was free for me to do, not like I was paying school fees or anything. It was part of the
Okay.
package for the best graduating student.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So is it just the masters or does that include the PhD as well?
Well, it goes into the page there as well because the letter says postgraduate studies. And postgraduate studies doesn't just mean masters. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think as well as far as the PhD level, the tuition fee, anyways. Not that
Wow.
you're not going to
Wow.
pay for other things, so but at least the tuition fee and others. Yeah.
Mm. You're taken care of, and then I mean, you have a job that you're working on. So I mean, that means you're set on the career of an academic or of
Mhm.
a lecturer, right?
Yes, yes, that's correct.
And it means you hope to be a professor someday.
Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Yes, yes.
Okay,
Because that's the
but I mean,
end.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so that's the end goal. So you're right. So one day,
Mm.
Professor Bejide, Professor Ife, Ichoko. Ah. So
Oh
yeah, a
my.
lot of people don't know that. Like inclined or more of academics. So a lot of people just think, oh, this lady is a businesswoman. Like you said, at the start of the show, you said people believe that people that are best graduate students look like nerds. They look like over
Mm.
serious people. So a lot of people don't even know that. Oh, so like, so this is what she actually wants. So yes, so yeah, of course,
Mm.
professorship all the way, all the way.
Okay. Oh, nice one, nice one. I think I can see a comment from Abimbola Ojiri. I'm sorry if I didn't get the name correctly. She says Miss Bejide Lecturer of the Year, and she put the dancing emoji there. Hmm. Nice one, nice one.
Shout out to
Uh,
Abimbola.
Tanitoluwa Oluwabayo says Jack of all trades, master of all. Hmm.
That's my friend.
Oh,
Thank
oh, okay.
you.
We
That's
have
the first thing I told you
Oluwaseyi.
was borrowing me laptop when I didn't have laptop. Oh. That my
Oh,
friend.
really? That's
Yeah,
Tanitoluwa, right? Oh my
yeah.
goodness, Tanitoluwa, thank you so much for borrowing us laptop back in the day. Don't worry, very soon we will buy you a laptop. And we
Yes,
promise
it meant
on
that.
behalf of Professor Ifeoluwa PhD, we'll get you a laptop very, very soon, someday. Hmm?
It meant
Thank you so
that.
much,
It meant
Tanitoluwa.
that. It meant that.
Oh, yeah, Oluwajomiloju Akpata says Itoko Prof. So maybe we'll just
Obvious.
start calling it Prof already.
I see.
I don't know, we see, yeah, okay, we still have a couple of messages. Oh, some are giving this shout out. Oh, once a fine girl, always a fine girl. Always a fine.
Hmm.
Oh,
Hmm.
Olúwa Apata says ìfẹ́ bèbè. Ìfẹ́ bèbè rèmpè. Bèbè
Pepe
rèmpè.
rempe.
Oh, my goodness me, we have Dr. Kayode Adeyemi here. He says Bejide of life. Dr. Kayode is
Oshe. That's my
one of the
G.
senior police. Yeah. Awesome. Great one. So now, career-wise, you set out into Redeemers University with an aim of becoming the best graduating student. However, did you set out with an aim of also taking a job there after graduation?
Well, yes and no, because initially I didn't even know it came with like a job opportunity offer. But academics is something I've always wanted to do. So whether Redeemers University come up with that offer or not, I would have as well pursued the whole academics thing. So it's something I love to do. I love to teach, and that's one of the reasons why I opened down my other business, the branding with Bejide business, where I teach people. I teach people for free. I teach paid classes as well because teaching is something I like to do. I like to explain a lot. I like to express myself. I like to make people understand things better. So yeah, it's something that even without the career offer, okay, I would have still gone ahead to pursue that dream because it's what I love to do. I love to research. I love to learn new things, and I love to pass across information. So yes.
Okay, all right. So let's just talk briefly about some of the businesses that you do because you talked about being a serial entrepreneur, and it's interesting to see somebody who is a brainiac, being a serial entrepreneur and still being a scientist. I mean, that's so super. The next question will be how do you balance all of these things? But then the first question is just give us, bullet points, some of those businesses that you're involved in.
Okay, some of the businesses I'm involved in, everything is under a big brand called Bejide Empire. My company
Guys,
name
hold on,
is
hold on,
actually
hold on, hold on. The Giant Empire. So, guys, if you want
yes,
to write that down, write it down. The Giant Empire. That's spelled
yes, that's the
B.
that's the registered business name.
Please spell it
B
for us. Hmm.
Bejaid Bejide,
The
and then
Giant Empire.
Empire. Yes, that's right.
Okay, the
That's right.
Giant.
So
Okay,
everything is listed on Bejide Empire, but in bullet points, I have Bejide Wears, I have Bejide Couture, I have branding with Bejide. I also have a talk show, Talk with Bejide. So in bullet points, those are the things, the businesses I'm currently, running. So yes.
hmm. Okay, all right. So, the second one is how are you able to manage all of these things together? You have your PhD program running, you have your job as a lecturer running, you have experiments and carry out in the lab, and then you have all these companies under the Guide Empire. How do you manage all of these together?
Okay, so I must be sincere. It's not that easy to manage these things, but it's something I've coped with all my life. I've, this balancing of a thing. So when I was smaller, we've always been into business in my family, you still have to come back home to do assignments. Even my sister is like this anyways. She has a lot of things she's doing and then she's able to balance it. So I think it's just number one is natural. Okay. I would not want to say that it's actually natural. Number two is many years of experience that has led to this balancing that you're seeing right now. It didn't just happen overnight. Because even while I was in school, I was doing several things at the same time. I was typing for people, for business, people that wanted to type maybe assignments. They would write it down with their hands. They'll bring it for me to type because maybe they don't want to type or they're too tired. So I was doing businesses off even when I was in school while still trying to be the best graduating student. So I was selling recharge cards. I was selling,
Wow.
I was doing a lot of things while in school. So the whole balancing thing started from should I say from secondary school, from primary school. It's something I've learned to cope with. It's something I've learned to get in line with. So I would say in terms of let's say I'm trying to pass across information to people out there trying to balance their work life so that it doesn't look like oh she's saying is natural. So there's some things you have to do apart from it being natural. So I try to plan my time well. I try to plan my time well because really it can be exhausting. So what I do for my business, for instance, I pick a day of the week. Sometimes
Okay.
Sundays. Sundays work for me the most. I pick Sundays usually. I look at my gallery, I look at the pictures I want to post for that week, for instance, for the business. I create my captions for those business for those posts. I create everything I need to do. I create like 5 posts on Sunday so that I don't wake up on Monday being worried about work, being worried about uh, research, and then I have businesses to actually run as well. So because I've been able to batch create content, they call it batch creation of content, right? I go about my daily activities, right, and everything is set for me just to click post, or you can even schedule. Life is so much easier now with the uh, advancements in technology. So you literally don't have to be online to actually sell anything. You just have to schedule all of these things, and your business will go on itself. Another thing I try to do apart from trying to create time for this thing is that um, I won't want to say it, but some people should I say workaholic. That I think I'm one of those people that I know how to just combine all of these things together, and it's kind of it has its own negative effects because sometimes I break down, I fall sick, and the show must go on. People don't want to know whether you're sick or not. You have to
Exactly.
be there, you have to respond to messages. Sometimes I just have to go offline because you can't be telling every single person that, oh, you're sick, you're overwhelmed with work, you're this, you're that. Only few of my friends understand that, but clients don't want to know whether you're overwhelmed with work or you're this or you're that. Even at work as well, you can't allow things to just go on without being given proper attention. So
Well,
basically I just try to these days I've learned the hard way because I didn't learn the hard way at first. I was still trying to manage, but now I've learned the hard way that I need to create time for resting. I need to rest as well as do my work. So I would say to balance the work life, number one, you have to set time, you have to set boundaries. Anytime from 10 p.m. I don't reply messages usually, so I can do something meaningful with my midnights, you understand. So I schedule timing for these things. There's a time for research and there's a time for business. They should never you know affect
fun.
each other. So that's
So,
what I try to do. I don't mix it up. If I don't want to be available for research now, then I can do something else with the time. That's how I do it. So creating content ahead of time, batch creating content, creating time to rest, and then so that you don't have a burnout. That's basically what I do. So
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, great. So, I mean, if whatever it is that you do, Ife has told us you can create some of those things ahead of time, plan some of those
Yeah.
things ahead of time so you don't
Right.
get to burn out. And of course, take care of your health. She told us. I mean, she learned the hard way. Learn to take care of your health. It's super, super
True.
important. Oh, someone says a freaking entrepreneur. That is who you are. In fact, I see you more of an entrepreneur than even a scientist or a
Hmm.
lecturer. Yeah.
Hmm. Well, that's what people think because I'm this kind of person that I'm lucky work life. I mean, even not for this live show, I'm sure a lot of people don't even know that I'm into academics or something. In fact, when I got my master's degree, a lot of people sent me DM saying, "Oh, you were in school? Did you go to school? Really? You were doing masters, but you were all over this place selling your marketing your business." I was like, "Yeah, because I'm that kind of person. I'm kind of lucky with my life with things I do when it comes to my, uh, you know, my actual career, my academics, my research, and things like that. So it's very possible for you to think that, oh, if is an entrepreneur, very possible. And I won't dispute that because I'm actually an entrepreneur. But the truth of the matter is that I'm more of um, a researcher and a scientist than an entrepreneur. But like people say, you only show people what you want them to see. So I don't want to bore people with my lab work, with my all those things. So I just try to go about my daily activities and just post, oh, there's a new post up on the gram, there's a this, there's that. While I'm posting that, I'm probably busy, with work. I'm probably busy with research. I'm probably
Okay,
burning
so
midnight candles on articles. But
I
then
think
you
I can
wouldn't,
answer the question then on that.
yeah.
So you want to bore people with the research and all of that stuff, but maybe bore me a bit right now, right? Bore
Okay.
me a bit right now. So what are your researching?
Okay, so my research interests, more of a virologist, I kind of invested into viruses, kind of. So right now I'm telling the part of my current research work, my current research interest at the moment is on hepatitis. So I'm working on hepatitis right now. And so, but we don't know what the future holds. But yes, I'm tilted towards virology and a bit of immunology. So that's what I
Okay,
do, really.
great. So virology, immunology. Hmm. That means perhaps Pioneer Vice Chancellor Professor Oyewale Tomori. Have you had any interactions with him? You started working with him at the time.
Well, once a couple of times, but not like personal relationship. But he's been invited over a couple of times, to
Yeah.
talk with the upcoming scientists, to mentor, to groom them, to teach us some of these things, experience and share the experience with us. So yes, yes, that's right. And I was even lucky to, during my service there, actually stayed with a professor as well. I stayed with a professor. I lived in Ibadan with a professor during my service there, who is also into virology, who is also into pathology. So they kind of, they kind of, my circle anyways, kind of, motivates me and makes me want to do better, right? So
Hmm.
yes, yes, that's right.
Okay, don't worry. I can hook you up, as alumni. That's all. People, so we could just hook you up with a world-renowned virologist like that. In closing, a lot of people are asking. A lot of people are asking if the first single,
They're asking what?
if the
Actually,
first
I didn't get
single,
that. Ah, Theo,
the first. It's
Theo,
blank.
Theo.
Viewers are asking. It is. I'm
Can you
looking.
find? Can you say anything? Can you say anything? So I'm sure the answer has spoken for itself. So
Hmm,
yeah.
Guys, you heard that. The answer has spoken for itself. There's somebody in the
Mm-hmm.
US right now, an alumnus, is working
Mm,
backstage on the show. Perhaps he
mm,
heard the voice of the Lord. Can I have an amen?
mm, mm.
All right. So, if a parting words for everyone watching right now, alumni of Redeemers University who are still trying to find their feet, who may not have had some of these privileges that you have had. Parting words in 60 seconds.
Okay, so I would like to say nobody has it figured out, at first. So if you haven't figured out what to do with your maybe your life right now, it's not a problem. Because even I myself, I'm still figuring it out. So it's not really a big deal if you don't know where to focus on, you don't know where to go, you don't know what to do. I always tell people to give it time. Give it time. With time, you're able to realize what you actually want to do. Because someone like me right now, like I told you the other time, my career interest, my research interest, my tilt, and my change. Change is constant, okay? Change is inevitable, right? So I would like to tell them that they should take it one step at a time. There's no rush. There's no rush. Really, you don't have to compare yourself to anybody. I know some of my mates that are doing fantastically well. In fact, way more than I am, right? But you should be happy for others. Really, I think the problem is the fact that we try to compare ourselves with others, and then we're not able to realize that we ourselves are actually doing well enough for ourselves. So the first thing you should do is appreciate yourself, no matter where you are right now. You're actually somebody's inspiration, you're somebody's motivation. So even if you feel like you're not doing enough, to somebody else, you're like, wow, this lady is doing something,
Hmm,
this guy is doing
hmm,
something. So I would say, firstly, you need to realize that okay, appreciate yourself. Number two, I would like to say, stay true to yourself. No matter what is going on in the country, everybody is becoming an influencer, everybody's becoming this and becoming that. What if your career path is not going to be an influencer, but because you're just trying to follow the trends, I would say don't follow trends. Instead, stay true to yourself. While staying true to yourself, you would find what you really have passion for. You would find what you really want to do, and then you can follow it. Okay. Number three, I would say you should try to network and don't forget people. So one thing about me is that I mean, if you ask around, I check up on people a lot. I check up on my friends. I check up on people in my set, not for anything, but just to, hello, what's up? Hope you're fine. Hope you're good. But many of alumni, after
Yeah.
they leave school, they just forget everybody in their class. Like, I beg, I've passed your level. I'm not your level. I am not saying you should have a deep relationship with everybody, but you never can tell who would be the one to help you in future. So you don't want to leave
Very
people and say, "Oh, I'm out of school. I don't need school friends anymore."
I did this
I
guy
made a
that
lot of friends with redeemers, and I can say thank God I made them.
deal
So
with them
don't
till
ever,
today.
yes, don't neglect people that you started together. Always try to, check up, communicate, network with them, and things like that. Number four, put God first in everything you do. There is nothing you want to do that you should not consult God on. Because honestly, there's some things that you would want to do sometimes. They might sound crazy, but if God gives you the go ahead, then you're good to go. But if God says, "Oh, no matter how booming this thing is," that you can't do
Yeah.
it. I've had a couple of ideas in the past I wanted to implement, but you know,
But
it wasn't something God wanted me to do. So I just I stepped
so
back. So there's some these are
awesome.
things you have to consider. So you have to put God first. And
Yeah. Yeah.
lastly,
These are four
lastly,
points. Lastly, do we have so
yes,
much time? Lastly, just
you
say it in one
should
sentence. Lastly,
have a motivating factor. You should have a
like
motivating factor.
money. Have a motivating factor like money. Yes.
No, it doesn't have to be money. Oh my god, it doesn't have to be money. But when you have something like the motivating
Now,
factor, you do better because something is
the
pushing
guy,
you. You have to have a
to
motivating factor.
to have a motivating factor like money. It is
Oh
only
well, if
money
you
that
put it
makes
that
someone
way,
enter
if you
university
put it that way,
student. It is only money that makes a scientist become a serial entrepreneur. It is only money that makes a
no,
research
no,
have
that's God. That's God's grace, not money. That's God's grace. Hmm. That's God's grace, not
All
money.
right. It's been interesting talking with you tonight. I wish we
Yes,
could go on and on and on, but
I
we are
know,
out.
right?
But we say thank you. Hopefully, we'll get you back on the show some other time in the near future, of course. I want to
Thank
say a
you so
big
much.
thank you to everyone who has been working on the show.
Thank
Everyone
you.
backstage, GBK, Wale, Ifemi, Ajiri, ID, every single person who has been working backstage. Thank you for making this show a success. And of course, I can't leave without saying this. In the course of the last 2 weeks, the Redeemers University alumni, we lost someone very great, someone very important to us, someone very close to us. And that was the first president of the Redeemers University Students Association, Aditi John Adeyemi. Even though we know you've gone to be with the Lord, but then our lives are left with the mark that you have made in it. And just like he first said, make sure you network, make sure you get in touch. After the show tonight, make sure you get in touch with at least one person whom you went to school together. Remember, life is short, live it to the fullest. Until I come your way again next time, I am Femi Bello. Good night.
Nice.